Hi, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video, you're going to be learning how to make a headache diary. You're going to be understanding what exactly a headache diary is. So those who suffer frequent headaches and migraines are the ones who are going to benefit the most from this video. It's going to be a bit lengthier than my previous videos because I really need to go into the nitty-gritty of how to make these diaries and how to make them useful both to yourself and helpful to your doctor, so you can help your doctor to help you to get the best out of your consultations with a doctor. It's very common that I see patients in the clinics who suffer headaches with very great impacts on their lives, and I struggle to understand the impact on their lives because they're not really able to give an accurate account of how many headaches they're having in a week or in a month, because all of it impact or help the decision making process that would eventually help the care of their headache and make them, headache free or whatever. So some of this information is actually very, very important. And sometimes when you start patients on treatment and you want to monitor them over time, it becomes difficult to be able to say whether they're improving or not. Sometimes some patients think they're not improving, whereas they're actually improving. So a headache diary gives you an accurate account of your headaches. So this is what you'll be learning in today's video, and I encourage you to stick around till the end and learn this vital resource and add it to your momentarium, and that's hopefully going to improve the yield of your interaction with your doctors subsequently. So in case you're new to the channel, it's Brain Gist, and this is where people are educated about the brain and its disorders. So let's dive into today's video and discover headache diaries. All right, so that's it. So we're going to start right away about headache diaries. So the patient who made this diary has graciously granted me permission to use it to educate others about migraine diary making. So what this lady does is she's got, like we all do, an organizer on her phone. Most of her phones have organizers or calendars, and she just simply charts the headaches there on the days that they occur. Once the headache resolves, then she charts all the details about the headaches. And then at the end of the month, when it's time for her to visit, on the same day, just a few hours before coming for the consultation, she transfers the information on a paper calendar like of this nature, and it brings it for me, and it's very easy for me to visually scan and see how many headaches she has. And I can easily also peruse each of the headaches and see how they are. So for example, I'll show you, this is July 2021 in August 2021. So from the middle of July till to the middle of August, that's about a month. I can easily count how many headaches she had. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she had about 9 headaches over this period, and I can study the details of each of them. If I zoom in on this, for example, on the 20th of July, I can see the migraine came around 10 a.m., took Suminat at 11, didn't leave, so took one more Suminat at 4:45 and left mostly, but head was heavy till 7. So I can see that this lady tends to have prolonged attacks. So this is going to affect my choice of treatment for her. I need to find her medications that can shorten her attacks. So for example, if you look at this, so the headache tended to last about 7 hours, in this in this case, or even 8 hours. So it started at about 10 and left at about 7. That's about 9 hours actually. So that's a long one. And I have the information assuming that didn't help in this situation. So all of it's going to help my planning. And then we can also randomly pick on another headache. Let's say on the 27th of July, she woke up with slight migraine on the left side of her head, and it started. She took at 6:30 a.m. She took paracetamol, but it lasted the whole day. At night it got worse, so at 10:30 she took paracetamol and went to sleep. So this is clear to me that whatever medication I have given her for headaches, Suminat and paracetamol, they're not helping her at all. The headache still lasts. This one, lasted an entire day. So I know that I need to improve on the choice of acute medications I prescribe her. So this is just examples, random examples of the details to document your diary and how useful it is both to you and to your doctor to make sure that your care is customized for you and then your doctor fully understands each and every of your attacks. For example, she woke up with this kind of headache, so she would need a very rapidly acting medication for those kinds of headaches. So I would need to add that to her repertoire of medication. So I'll just quickly show you some of the other ways you can chart your headaches. This is her own style, which works, which I like, but I would also show you. And then, of course, look at here. She also mentioned the time she got her period. So your period is like the menstruation for women. So she charted that beautifully because, again, some women have headaches related to their periods. So if you do things like this, certainly your doctor would have all the information they need and be able to help you the best. So I take my time to study all of this and be able to come up with a personalized care plan for the patient. So I'll show you one app that I love very much. It's called Migraine Body. They didn't pay me to promote them, but I use it a lot, and some of my patients are really, embracing them, and it helps. So there's, I think, to get some of the functionalities you pay, but I think a good deal of the functionalities are free. So just take advantage of it. Now this is the free version, which is equally as good in my opinion. So let's say, for example, this is how it looks. This is how the interface looks like. And let's say today I want to document a headache. I just tap on record. Let's say it said start and end of your attack. So a headache is called an attack for those who may not know. So let's say my headache started just now 1 hour ago. Let me say it start over. Let's say I woke up with a headache at about 7 a.m. this morning. So I just put 7 a.m. this morning and I confirm. So, and then let's look at the other thing to look at now is so when did it end? So let's say it ended or it's still going on. I just put still going on, okay, and then I move on. What are the attack types? Either I don't know, or it's a migraine or tension type. Let me assume it was a migraine, assuming I know what a migraine is, okay, and I move on. Now this helps me to rate the pain. Like if we look at a diary that that patient made, she didn't really talk about the intensity of her headaches, and that's why a structured app of this nature helps you, because it helps you go through most of the important things that you need to document for your doctor to see. So let's say it was a 9 out of 10. So a 9 means excruciating and was unable to do any activities because of pain, okay? And then what part of my head is involved? All of these are very, very important, in helping your doctor decide how best to treat you. Perhaps they want to give you tablets, or they want to give you injections around the head, either Botox or nerve blocks. So the location of your headaches are very important, and this helps you to describe it nicely. Let me assume that it's on the back part of my head on the right side. And move, and of course you can choose as many parts of your head as possible. What medication did I try? So it's actually a terrible idea to use tramadol. I don't use that. I don't recommend it. So let me just say I took ibuprofen. So I took 600 milligrams of ibuprofen, okay, 3 tablets, and that's it. Timer for when did I start ibuprofen? Okay, now let me just take this off. I'm not familiar with that. So I move on to relief scale. So relief scale, did it relieve my headache? Okay, so I just go back. Then I move on to the next one. What relief methods have you tried? in this headache. I think besides taking ibuprofen, I tried to stay indoor. I tried to have some coffee. I tried to do some yoga. Yoga is another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing you can do, both to treat an ongoing headache or to help you prevent headaches. Okay, and then are you experiencing any of these symptoms in addition to your headaches? So for those of you who are migraineurs, that's those who go migraine, you would already be familiar with the fact that it's not all about headaches and migraine. There are many other associated symptoms. So let me see, of course, my head was throbbing and I couldn't move and I was nauseous and I was sensitive to light and I was vomiting and I was noise sensitive. My nose was congested. I was giddy. There was neck pain. You can see it was a terrible headache. And did you sense it coming at all? No, I didn't sense it coming. How did it affect your activities? Of course, I couldn't do anything. So I would say I miss family time. Okay. Where were you when it started? I was at home getting ready for a social outing with family. Can you guess what could have triggered it? Again, you can see how beautiful this is. So, so that's just a subjective thought about what you think could have triggered it. So I guess probably lack of sleep. May I slept late last night. Okay. And when a doctor sees this, he knows what to do. We know how to counsel you to. And even yourself, you can already see things that you need to modify when you start to, track your headaches. And you're having your period now, and I'm a guy, so I don't menstruate. But again, this helps us to pick out those who might have strictly period-related migraines. So that helps a lot. Now, would you like to add any other notes? So you can write anything else you want to write, and then you skip. And that's it. That's it. It's done. And the beautiful thing is, at the end, you can, upload you can download, I should say now, download it in a PDF format. Let's say at the end of 1 month, you're going to see your doctor. You can download all you've chatted in a PDF format. The app allows you to do that. You can export it and either print or send to your doctor's email, and your doctor gets a full, grasp of what your headaches are like. So yeah, I do hope that you learned something. I do hope you've learned the act of, making a headache diary and documenting your headache. And therefore, going forward, I believe you'll be able to make the most of your consultation with your doctors and have a more fruitful experience with your doctors. So do leave your comments behind, do leave your questions behind, and of course, do not forget to subscribe and please share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye and continue to stay safe.